AI tools have completely changed the game for content creation for real estate agents, among other things that it has helped with. Content creation is one of the big ones. So how do we utilize some of these tools, and what tools are out there that we can utilize to get us more followers, more views, help you get your message out, and help your business? That's what we're going to talk about today. So bear with me as I get through the first one that a lot of you guys are probably already using, and that's ChatGPT. This is sort of the main hub. It's the second brain to me. It is the person I can bounce some things off of. It's the GOAT, if you will, the greatest of all time, right? It is the one that you guys should be in. In fact, I have it on my browser at any given time. It is one of the browsers that opens up automatically because I use it so often. So some of the ways that I use this, like I said, just kind of like my second brain to bounce stuff off of. Just keep in mind that the more you prompt it, the better answers you're going to get. If you just say, write me a blog on X topic, it's going to give you something very basic. But if you say, here's the target audience that I'm looking for, here's the length of the blog I'd like, here's some of the things I'd like to talk about, it will create a much better product. So that's one of the things that I use it for, is blog writing. I also use it to help me with my video scripts. In fact, even these scripts that I do here on YouTube for this channel and any of my other 4 channels that we have. I currently run 4 channels. We're actually launching another one. So that's one of the things that it helps me with. And it's not that it's writing the whole script for me. I'm just using it to prompt certain things so that I could refine how I'm doing things and sometimes the order that I'm doing them in. This is also really good for brainstorming, for really anything that you need to brainstorm. Again, just please keep in mind, the better things that you input into the system, the better output that you're going to get. Some other things that we use this for all the time are listing descriptions. Just make sure you're backing it up with the actual information. Again, you need to put things about the home in there, and it will sometimes just make some stuff up and add it in there. It might be like beautiful granite countertops when you might not have granite countertops. So you do need to reread it, make sure it looks good. Social media posts, email newsletters, things like that. These are all common things for ChatGPT. The next one I want to talk about is called Opus.pro, Opus.pro, or Opus as I will refer to it from here on out. Opus is really good because you can throw any video at all, a link from YouTube, a long form video that you have just shot that you haven't put anywhere in the world, you just download it right into it. And what it's going to do is it is going to cut up that long form video and try to figure out the best little snippets that it can put together from your long form video to create short form vertical video. The longer the video is, the more options it has, and it even ranks it by how powerful the short form video might be, how strong the hook is, how strong the description is, and the things that you're saying in it, the content, and how well it flows. And then of course you can go through these, check them out, download them, put them into an editor and change some things if you'd like, or if you're throwing it on TikTok or Instagram, use the built-in editor and chop out things if you would like, because it doesn't always come out perfect. What's really cool about this is it not only chops this up, which there are a lot of AI tools out there that does this, it also puts beautiful captions with emojis and things that are very eye-catching and popping right now in the short form video space. And this is another one that I'm just going to kind of add in here as part of this. It does a very similar thing, and that is video.ai. So vidyo.ai. Absolutely amazing tool. It does very similar stuff to Opus. From the two, I've used them both. I personally like Opus's just a little tiny bit more, whereas video.ai looks a little bit better in how like they're structured on their website, but the actual content itself from Opus is considerably better. Next up is Canva. You heard that right. Canva has a ridiculous amount of AI tools, and I can't emphasize the word ridiculous. I have not even gone through a third of them, but I have many little AI tools within Canva that we use almost on a daily basis. I will link up a video that I did just on that, the top 15 Canva hacks that I use here on my real estate team. We do about 50 million a year, and it is responsible for almost all of our social media posts, as well as about a dozen other things that I talk about in that video. If you're wanting to get it up right now, we'll throw it up here in the cards, a little gray portion that pops up on the screen. Now, not only does Canva help with things like thumbnails, which is probably the thing that we use it for most, thumbnails, maybe banners for our Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all of those different profile pictures and things like that. It's also good for video. You can actually drop video right in there. You can create GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you say it, right inside of Canva with just a touch of a button. So make sure that whenever you're done with this video, you go back and watch that video because it is absolutely beast and it's not getting enough love right now. Okay, one of the coolest tools that I see that a lot of people are not talking about is Descript. So Descript is essentially a video editing platform that you can plug everything in through online. Really helps with collaboration, especially if you've got multiple video editors. Like here on our team, we have 2 video editors full time. So if they need to collaborate, they have that option. They're currently not using that option as much, but it is really easy to use for that situation. And there are a bunch of other uses that are super interesting that I don't think most people realize are out there. So one of the cool things it has is a text-to-speech option. So it's got multiple AI voices that you can use where you can basically type out whatever you would like and the AI will say those things. So if you're looking for maybe a backup on a video or, whatever purpose you have for this, you have that option to where somebody can actually type that out.
This is particularly useful if you're using virtual assistants or, you have an admin that wants to push videos or you want to create a templated for maybe your team.
Or a templated video for your team where you're going to create this really cool video of every listing that you have, which is one example. And then you can have somebody else basically put in the remarks that you've already used from ChatGPT before, explaining how great the home is, and have that running in the background. And the best part is you don't have to just use an AI voice. You can actually use your own voice. You won't even have to say the whole thing, which is, I know what you're thinking, why don't I just record it? You can, but you can record one time and the AI will figure your voice out and then you can use that for eternity. Essentially, like it will just keep using your voice on different videos. It also has remote recording, so if you're looking for things that are going to pop up on the screen, kind of like you've been seeing in this video, where you're seeing the tools as we're using them, you're kind of seeing a screen recording, it has that built in also. And one of the things I completely forgot to mention in the text-to-speech portion is this also means that you can fix your audio. So basically what you can do here is if you're doing a video and you realize you have messed up on something, you can go into the text, erase it and change it, and the AI will manipulate your mouth and your voice so that it looks and sounds like you're saying the actual words you wanted to say versus what you said. This tool right here is going to help so many agents. It's ridiculous because I see you guys watching videos. I push videos very heavily on my team here, as well as with the people that I coach and train and things like that. And I listen to them and they do a 1-minute video and it takes them an hour and a half. This is going to help with that because when you make those little tiny mistakes, you could just keep going. Doesn't matter. I can fix it in post editing. Now there are 3 more tools that Descript uses that these are the powerhouse ones. These are the ones that really take a really bad day and fix it for you. The first one is called Studio Sound. This is something that we have actually used many, many, many times trying to fix the sound because sometimes we get just random things that happen, maybe wind noise or something when we're out showing properties, or maybe it's static from coming from one of the radio stations nearby because my office is apparently located right near a radio station. So sometimes on the videos, it will actually go through the video. It's actually part of the reason why we use a wired mic now. We used to use one that was just directional. So this helps clean that stuff up and also cleans up the audio in general so that it sounds a little bit better. So it sounds like it's coming from a more professional microphone versus your cell phone camera or whatever you were using. The second one is a green screen effect, which a lot of different tools have this now, editing tools, heck, even Instagram and TikTok have these now built in. But the green screen tool is fairly cool. We don't use it as much anymore, but we've shot videos before we had a green screen behind me. It's just not my favorite look, but it is a cool tool to use if you've got something that's not as aesthetically pleasing, like kind of like what I have here, just like a boring beige wall that we're trying to lighten up with some lights and stuff. You can actually throw a green screen back there and make it whatever the heck you want. I could be sitting on a beach while I'm talking to you right now if I wanted to. Now, one of the other really cool tools that it has that I think is massively, massively underrated or that people just don't know about is the eye tracking tools. So for all of you guys that shoot video that are like, hey, I can't really just stare into the camera and look right at it because I need to look at my script because it's hard for me to talk, on and on about this stuff without looking at the script. I don't want to mess it up. Well, with this eye movement tool or eye tracking tool, you can actually use the tool so that you can look wherever you want. Heck, you could be reading right off of a script word for word and it will move your eye right to the camera so that you can continue reading your script if you would like. This alone is going to be a game changer for most people. That was the eye tracker tool. Descript. And it's important to note that all of these AI tools are fairly inexpensive. That's one of the cool things about AI is that once they set it up and they code it, it's done. So they can sell it relatively cheap on an ongoing basis so that they can make their money without overcharging us. So that's kind of cool. Now let's move on to our next tool. Our next tool is repurpose.io. This one was all the buzz there for a little bit and it kind of faded out, but it's still got a pretty powerful set of things that it does. The main thing that it is known for is using AI to distribute all of your short form video to whatever you want. So for instance, you can go in, one of the rules that we set up is all of my TikTok videos will get slid right over into LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, all the major platforms. So I shoot one video and it goes everywhere. Now we've adjusted it over time. And to be completely honest, we're not currently using it, but we were for quite a while. It also uses AI to figure out what portions of your video are going to be most attractive to the audience. Very similar to Opus or video.ai. And the reason why there are 3 different tools in this video on this short form is, or that all kind of do a very similar thing, is because it's that important right now. Like short form video is the new Facebook post. It is a new Instagram post, where that used to be a necessity to stay in business, or at least to help grow your business. Not really a necessity. That might be an aggressive term for it, but very important for social proof for others to be able to find you online and then go to your Instagram and Facebook. Well, now it's short form video. So if you're behind the curve on video, this is a great way to do it, because now you can do the long form content, chop it up using any of these 3 platforms. And then now with repurpose.io, you can actually repurpose it to all of the platforms so that you can take the guesswork out of which one's going to work and which one's not, and which platform am I best at. Now, when you're repurposing, you're not necessarily utilizing that platform in its best form, right? Instagram likes hashtags, or at least it used to. It's kind of fading from that now. TikTok definitely still uses hashtags, but again, not as super important, right? Whereas Facebook, like hashtags will actually hurt you, right? So you do need to be careful on how you're displaying these things. And you can also have it set up to where it will get it set to send to the other platforms, but then you can go in there and tweak each one. So another cool little tool, gives you a one-stop shop to drop all of your short form content. Now you do the work once and you distribute it to 6 different places. Now that is leverage. Now, with just the 5 tools that I've given you so far, you have an absolute powerhouse box of tools sitting in front of you. There is little to no reason why you shouldn't be creating content on a big level at this point, other than you're scared, which I do understand. You know, you're gonna have to work through that. I don't know what else to tell you there, except your clients are going to see you at some point. So why be afraid of the camera? So my point is, you've got a whole box of tools here, and if this is helpful so far, which if you made it this far, I imagine it's at least a little bit helpful. So I would urge you to click the little subscribe button down below and then ding that little bell so that you'll get notified every single time I do a new video. I do stuff on training for real estate professionals all the time, and that's kind of what I'm here to do. It's kind of my passion. I enjoy helping other agents. So, help me out, hit that subscribe button, and let's learn together. These next 2 are tools that are brand new to my little arsenal, or my little toy box, if you will, but they're super cool. Check these out. We were just talking about repurposing all of your short form content. Repurposing short form to 6 different platforms isn't the only way to repurpose. That's where Koala comes in. Koala.sh is a great tool that's going to take your long form video and rip it into a blog for you. So it is going to SEO optimize the wording. So it's not just, a translator or a speech to text tool where it's just writing down what it thinks the video says and then posting it on a blog and be like, you're cool. It's actually editing it, making it SEO friendly. You can go in there and kind of tweak it. You can see everything, and it takes the entire video to transform it into a blog. So now you've done one video, you've got probably 10 to 15 shorts out of it using the tools we talked about before. And now you even have an SEO optimized blog to bring more people to your website, which, for those of you that aren't aware, your website here in real estate is like your storefront. Make it nice, make it full, make it enticing. Back in the day, it was put a really cool sign out, or barbers would put that little cool little thing that was going up and out, right? Well, we can't do that on an online site, so what do we need to do? We need to gain attention by gaining search engine optimization, by ranking in Google and Bing and all of the search platforms. This is an outstanding tool if you're doing long form video already to do that. Or heck, even if you're doing short form. Your 1 to 2 minute, short form videos that you do, if they're educational or entertaining, that could be in a blog format, you could absolutely throw those in there as well for these little mini blogs, and that will also help your SEO. Now, the next tool I have on this list is really cool if you're doing any of the video editing yourself or you hire somebody to do your video editing, and it's gling.ai, so Gling.ai. Kind of a funny name, but here is what it does. You put your long form or short form video, whatever you're doing, you put that in there, and it really doesn't matter if it's long or short term. You put it in there and it's going to cut out all the gunk. And by gunk, I mean, let me give you an example. When I'm shooting video, a lot of times I start saying something and I mess up and I go, I gotta stop. And then I restart and I mess it up again. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then on the third try, I get it. Well, that's one of the things that Gling does very well, is it goes through the whole video and it takes out the 2 that you messed up, or the 3 or the 15 that you messed up trying to get to the full sentence. So it cuts that portion out, and it also cuts out all of the dead space. So when you're sitting here talking and you get done with your point and then you look down at your script, that's where I keep my script right here, magic is over on that one. And I look down and I go, okay, cool, it's a great tool for long form videos to cut out all the gunk. Okay, this is where I'm at. Awesome. And then I get to the next section and it cuts out that dead space in between. So if you're editing your own videos, this can easily save you 1 to 2 hours of just cutting out all of that junk stuff just to get to the main content. And if you have a video editor that you're paying hourly or maybe on Fiverr, if you pre-cut this and send it to them and you tell them, hey, I'm going to pre-cut out all the garbage so you're just getting the raw materials that I like, you have a better stance to negotiate a better deal. Or if you're paying hourly, to cut down their hours dramatically so that they can push more videos because they're using these tools. So one video editor that might only be able to handle 1 or 2 pieces of long form per week can now handle 4 or 5 by just a simple tool like this. And I don't know about you, but stretching out and being able to push more content for less dollars is definitely a good thing. Okay, those are the 7 main tools I wanted to talk about today for video content creation in general. Now, one of the other videos I want to make sure that I point out to you, we're going to throw up on either side of me here. So whichever side it is, this is the top 15 best hacks that we use for Canva. And it's not really hacks. It's more like just the tools that are within Canva that we utilize in our real estate business. So if you're a real estate professional watching this, which you most likely are, then this video is absolutely outstanding for you. And it's got a lot of really cool little tools that a lot of people don't think about. And I also have some other AI tool videos on my channel. So again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that. Whenever I learn new AI tools, I try to make sure that I push that out to you guys because it's a passion of mine. I really like that efficiency of making somebody's job a little bit faster, a little bit easier, and a little bit better so they've got some downtime instead of just slaving away for 8-9 hours a day. They can have a little bit of downtime because these AI tools are helping them. So anyway, check out that video wherever it is at, and I really appreciate you guys, I guess. I'll see you guys in the next one.